Hello dear students of class 10th, welcome to English class. I hope all of you are healthy and fine. Students, in this video, I shall be dealing with the MCQs from the second poem from your first flight book, that is Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. Students, as you are aware of that in your examination you will be asked MCQs, that means multiple choice questions. So, for the sake of revision, I will be discussing a few MCQs. So, students, before I explain the MCQs of this chapter, let me revise the theme of this chapter. Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. Students, in this poem, the poet, that means Robert Frost, he is of the view that the world will certainly end one day. It will end in two ways according to the poet. The first way is fire and the second way is through ice or with the help of, cut this line. The first way is fire and the second way is ice. Now students, what is the meaning of fire and ice in the poem? See, fire and ice are two self-destructing emotions of human beings. See, with the help of fire, the poet, that means Robert Frost, he symbolizes greed, lust, desires, fury of human beings. See, the greed of human beings, it has increased to a great extent. Human beings are greedy. They want more and more. They are not satisfied. They are not contented. As a result of which, definitely one day the world will end. So, here fire means the greed, the lust, the fury, desires of human beings. Now, let us come to the fire. Cut this line. Now, let us come to ice. See, ice in the poem symbolizes hatred, coldness, insensitiveness of human beings with the other humans. The human beings, they are insensitive, they are very cold, they hate each other. They cannot see the success of any other human being. So, that is why the poet is of the belief that definitely the world is going to end one day. The poet says that first the world will end with fire, and if again the world has to end, that means if it has to end twice, then it will end in ice. So, these are the two important self-destructing emotions of human beings. So, this is the theme of the poem. Now, students, let us come to the MCQs. So, as you can see on the screen, the MCQs are given. So, the first question is, which of the following poetic device is seen in the given lines? Lines are mentioned, two lines are mentioned. So, the first line is, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. So, these are the two lines that are provided. Now, what is the poetic device that is used in the two lines? The options are option A, onomatopoeia, option A, option B, anaphora, option C, simile, and option D, metaphor. Now, let me explain you all the four poetic device or figures of speech. Students, the first one is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia means the same sound words. The same sound words, for example, tick tock, ding dong, these words, they are called as onomatopoeia. The second is anaphora. Now, what is the meaning of anaphora? Anaphora means repetition of word or phrase at the beginning. So, as you can see here, the words are repeating. The first word, that is some say. The first two words, that means some say, in the first sentence also and in the second sentence also some say. So, the poetic device that is used in these lines is anaphora. So, the correct option will be option number B. Now, let me explain you the rest poetic devices also. The next one is simile. Simile means comparison, when two things are or two persons or things are compared. And the words like as or like are used for comparison. And last one is metaphor. In metaphor, a person or a thing is compared to another person or thing that are not related in any way, but still they are compared. So, that is called as metaphor. For example, life is like a roller coaster. There is no relation of life with roller coaster, but still life is like a roller coaster. So, this is a metaphor. So, I hope all the 4 poetic devices are clear to everybody, and the correct option, the correct answer is option number B, anaphora. Now, let us proceed with question number 2. So, question number 2 is, fire is the symbol of. Just now I explained you. The 4 options are option A, greed, option B, desires, option C, fury, and option D, all of the above. So, as I told you that fire in this poem is a symbol of greed, symbol of desires, symbol of fury or lust. So, all the 3 are correct. So, the correct option will be option number D, all of the above. Now, students, let us proceed with the next question, that is question number 3rd. So, question number 3rd is, according to Robert Frost, if the world will end just once, then what would be the reason of its end? The options are option A, ice, option B, fire, option C, both, and option D, none. So, students, I already explained you in the beginning that according to the poet, if the world will only end once, then it will end with fire, and if it has to end twice, then it will end with ice. So, the correct option for this question is option number B, that is fire. Now, the next question of question number 4th. Question number 4th is, ice is a symbol of dash. The options are option A, hatred, option B, coldness, option C, indifference, and option D, all of the above. So, students, as I already explained you that ice in this poem according to Robert Frost is a symbol of hatred, it is a symbol of coldness, symbol of insensitiveness or indifference. So, all the 3 are correct. So, the correct option will be option number D, all of the above. See, I have already explained you all this in the beginning. So, you just need to remember a few things, and if you remember those points, you will be able to answer all the questions. One more thing, students, please be extra active and extra alert while seeing the options. Do not miss any option. Read all the options carefully and thoroughly. Do not get overexcited looking at the first or second option only. Please read all the options and then make sure you circle the correct or you darken the correct number, the correct option. Okay? Okay. Let us proceed with the next question, that is question number 5th. So, students, question number 5th is, how ice and fire are same? The options are option A, both can lead to the end of the world, option B, both are personified as self-destructing emotions, option C, both can be controlled by human beings if they want, and option D, all of the above. Now, students, let's analyze all the 4 options. Option A is, both can lead to the end of the world. Definitely, according to the poet, according to Robert Frost, both can lead to the end of the world. So, option A is correct. Option B, both are personified as self-destructing emotions. Definitely, while I was explaining you about the theme, I explained you that both fire and ice, they are expressed or they are personified as self-destructing emotions of human beings. They lead, why they are called as self-destructing emotions? Because they lead to the destruction of the world, to the destruction of human beings and later destruction of the world. So, option B is also correct. Option C, both can be controlled by human beings if they want. Definitely, if human beings want to control, if human beings want to control their self-destructing emotions, definitely they can control it if they want. So, option C is also correct. So, all the three are correct. So, which will be the correct option? Option D will be the correct option. Let us proceed with the next question, that is question number 6th. So, question number 6th is, which of the following is true? So, 4 options are provided. Option A, fire stands for desires, hatred and greed. Option B, ice stands for coldness, hatred and fury. Option C, fire stands for hatred and fury, and option D, ice stands for hatred and indifference. Now, this question is quite confusing, because you need to remember very clearly that fire stands for what and ice stands for what. So, if one point is also missed, this question can be wrong. So, you need to very carefully answer such type of questions. Now, let us see all the 4 options very carefully. So, the first option is fire stands for desire, hatred and greed. See, I already told you that fire, if it comes to desire, then fire definitely it stands for desire, it stands for greed, but it does not stands for hatred. Ice stands for hatred. So, one word hatred is there. So, this will not be the correct option, this will be eliminated. Second one, ice stands for coldness, hatred and fury. See, ice stands for coldness and it also stands for hatred, but it does not stands for fury. So, option B will also be wrong. Now, option C, fire stands for hatred and fury. See, fire stands for hatred, cut this line. See, fire stands for fury, but not for hatred. So, this will also be the wrong one. Now, option D, ice stands for hatred and indifference. Yes, this is the correct option. Ice stands for hatred, coldness, indifference, insensitiveness. So, this will be the correct option, option number D. Now, let us proceed with the next question. I hope all the questions that I explained you are clear to everybody. Now, question number 7th. So, question number 7th is, desire can end the world as. Options are, option A, it leads to wastage of valuable resources. Option B, it leads to regret. Option C, it overpowers our mind and ultimately leads to end of everything, and option D, none of the above. Now, how desire can lead to the end of the world? This is the question. Why it, with the help of cut this line. The question is that how desire can lead to the end of the world as well as end of the human beings. See, let us see the first option. It leads to wastage of valuable resources. This is not the correct option. It means about resources. See, I am saying it again. See, if I talk about option number A, it leads to wastage of valuable resources. Then in the poem, Robert Frost did not mention about resources. So, this will definitely not be the correct one. Option B, it leads to regret. Yeah, desires sometimes may lead to regret, but this is also not very suitable or appropriate. So, we will keep this on hold. Option C, it overpowers our mind and ultimately leads to the end of everything. Yeah, this seems to be appropriate and accurate. See, it overpowers our mind. Desires means if our desires is increasing, that means if we want more and more, if we are not contented, if we are not satisfied, then it means it is overpowering our mind and ultimately it leads to the end of everything. That means the peace of our mind is lost. If something overpowers our mind, that means the peace is lost, and if the peace is lost, then we are lost, and if we are lost, then the world is also lost. That means it will lead to the end of the world. So, the correct option will be option number C. Now, students, let us proceed with the next question, that is question number 8th. So, question number 8th is, personification is used in the poem with the help of which words? The options are option A, ice, option B, fire, option C, perish, and option D, both A and B. Students, first of all, what is the meaning of personification? Personification means when an object or animal is given human like qualities or qualities of human beings. That is called as personification. For example, it's raining like cats and dogs. Rain and cats and dogs, they are not at all related, but still we say it is raining like cats and dogs. That means it is raining very heavily. So personification means when a person or animal or thing is given the, cut this line. So personification means when an object or animal is given the quality of human beings. So the options are fire, ice and perish. Definitely ice and fire, they are given the qualities of human beings. For example, if I talk about ice, then according to the poet, ice symbolizes hatred, coldness, insensitiveness. So these are the qualities of human beings. Now the second one is fire. Fire means lust, greed, fury. These are also the qualities of human beings. So both ice and fire are correct. So the correct option will be option number D, both A and B. Okay. Now the next question, question number 9th, or this is cut that line. Now students, let's proceed with the last question. So the last question is, what is the rhyme scheme of the following lines? So 4 lines are provided and you need to find the rhyme scheme. The lines are, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Now students, when it comes to the rhyme scheme of the lines, then you don't need to mug up the lines. That is not the correct way to find the answer. You need to understand how to find the rhyme scheme of lines. Now how? See, you just have to see the last word of each line. Okay. For example, here the first line is, some say the world will end in fire. So the last word is fire. So last word will be given alphabet A. Now we will see the last word of the second line, whether the last word is rhyming with the first word or not. If it is rhyming, we will give the same number that we gave to the first word, the first line of the last word, that is fire. And if it will not rhyme, we will give another alphabet, that is B. So first is given A, fire. Now second line, some say in ice. Now fire and ice, they are not rhyming. So ice will be given alphabet B. Next we have, from what I have tasted of desire. Now desire is rhyming with ice. No, it is not rhyming. Now desire is rhyming with fire. Yes, fire, desire, they are rhyming with each other. So fire is given alphabet A. So desire will also be given alphabet A. Okay. Now we have the fourth line. I hold with those who favor fire. Now see, fire, desire, fire, they are rhyming. So fire will again be given alphabet A. So the correct rhyme scheme of the poem will be, of the lines will be A, B, A, A. So I hope that this is clear to everybody. That is option number A. Option number A is the correct one. So students, I hope all the questions that I explained you, that I discussed in this video are clear to everybody. I wish you all the best for your examination. Do well, study properly and do take good care of yourselves. Thank you so much. I'll meet you in the next video.